Okay. So first of all, for this game, you can recenter your seat. I'm using a GTR racing share, and basically, it has the support for the legs. Um, and and I incline it a little bit, so that makes like jet fighters have an inclination on the seats. So basically, this game is gonna have that. So let's fly some jets. Okay, so select pilot. This is like similar to the F-35 aircraft. So let's just do like okay. So whenever you start playing the game, you can put like the different type of weapons over here, missiles, the cannons. I already did that. You can select morning, day, night. I'm just gonna put day. So let's fuel all the way up. You can adjust them, but yeah, it looks something like this, and then you get to select the type of missiles. Let's launch it. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a takeoff, a quick takeoff. Okay, so we are in the jet. Canopy is open, as you can see. It's very similar to the F-35, but they had to change it a little bit by putting those type of small wings. But it's very similar to the F-35. Okay, so the first thing we are gonna do is turn on with your hands right here. So you're gonna have triggers and all of that. Turn on the main battery, and then turn on the auxiliary power unit. Whenever it gets all the way to the green, that's when you're gonna turn on your engine. And then we turn on the engine. Sounds different. Okay, so the engine is gonna go all the way, increase the RPMs, and then when it comes back, you have to turn on the APU. Otherwise, your engine is gonna fail. Please lower the canopy. Let's turn on the MFDs. It stands for multifunction displays, and in the helmet display unit, HMDU. Um, HMD, I apologize. The visor, and then over here you can over here are buttons. All of these are buttons, and then basically your layout, how you want to set it. I'm gonna put the navigation. Well, it's not that we need it, but the EOTs is basically the target. Is like a similar to the targeting point pod. I apologize. Objectives, operations, GPS, system management, system doors management systems. I guess is something similar. Radar. I'm just gonna put the radar, and then look something like that. I'm just gonna turn it on. There's no enemies here, and then you can put whatever like we don't need it for this game. Eventually, we don't need it right now. Okay, so over here we turn on everything. We're gonna remove the brake, but this is the joystick that you're gonna use to control the aircraft. And then these buttons, you can use them to adjust. You know, so like for example, over here in my share, in the real life, I have like the support for your arm over here. So it's pretty convenient. I align it, and then over here you have your throttle. But actually, before I go continue into that, over here is the trigger, okay, for the weapons. And then whenever I believe this one is whenever you wanna, let's say there is an object, you see an aircraft in the radar. You can, with this joystick, which is the one in the middle of the controller, you can rotate. You can control the pointers, throttle. So like this one over here, the one that I'm pressing, Is you can do it with the trigger, and then basically that one is the tilt for the aircraft. I'll show you in the second video. And then this one over here, the joystick, I believe it is for the, oh my god, I'm forgetting, but I think it's for whenever they're attacking you, you throw flares. Okay, I removed the parking brake, so let's start going. Let's do the takeoff. Okay, actually it's a brake. This one over here is a brake. I forgot. It's a when you're in the ground, it's a brake for the tires, but in the air, it's like a brake, an air brake, basically. So okay, so let's go over there. Accelerate over here. So like over there in the left, where you see that number changing, that's the knots that you're going to, and then like the numbers below it is the G's, the 4G, the G forces. On the bottom right is basically the altitude, and then I believe like the numbers above represent the latitude, or to be honest, I don't know. The W in the middle, and then the circle is the where you're heading to. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna brake over here. Um, okay, let's take off. So I'm full throttle for the takeoff. Everything looks good. Okay, whenever we reach 220 knots, do this with the joystick, bring it towards you, and then basically
Landing gear. Landing gear.
it's telling you to put the landing gear up. And then I believe those numbers and then in the middle represent the angle in which you're going. So I'm gonna put my arms, and then there is a button B and A. So if you click them, you can change it. I believe it's button. Let me see. Button B in your controller. If you click it, it changes the type of weapons that you can use. So I like this one because let's see if there is an aircraft around us. So you can swim in here, look for people. I don't see any aircraft around us. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, let's go over there towards those mountains. Okay, sometimes when you do like some maneuvers, you can experience the G forces, and then your pilot might get unconscious. So that's the other thing you have to be careful. And then, so like the F-35. Oh look, there is an. Do you guys want to shoot that guy down? Let's
Over T.
fucking hit him.
Over T. Over T.
Okay. So I'm gonna use this type of missiles, AEM-90.
Over T.
Okay, let's lower the speed.
Over T.
Is
Over
him.
T. Over T.
So like the aircraft is telling me that I'm going above 1G at least.
Shoot.
Okay, one more and he's gonna go down. They're gonna die. Okay, let's go over there. Let's do like a quick flight between the mountains. He's still going? Oh yeah, he exploded. Okay, so let's do something like they do on the Top Gun movie. Let's fly through the mountains. So I think in the Top Gun movie, spoilers, in the Top Gun movie, They're talking. They're trying. They need to. They have a fourth or third generation aircraft, the U.S. military or Navy, and they have to attack an enemy position that they have a fifth generation stealth fighters. But also, I think they have like I guess they have like a missile system in the mountains, so they have to fly very low to not be detected by the radar of those missiles. That tactic has been used in the past, I believe, in the war for the Maldives between Argentina and the UK. And the Argentinians, they have like older aircraft, so the way they were able to fight is basically flying very low to close to sea level, 3 meters above sea level, 3 to 5 above sea level. Okay,
Over G. Altitude. 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 Altitude.
I'm gonna crash.
Altitude. Altitude.
Okay, in the movie,
Altitude.
they had to do like a maneuver like
Pull
this.
up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
This is
Pull
very
up.
tough.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Man,
Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Pull up.
I
Altitude.
think it was over here.
Altitude. Altitude.
I think I didn't go to the right
Altitude.
place. Oh my God.
Altitude.
Ah,
Pull up.
I went to the wrong place.
Over G. Altitude. Over G.
I was getting
Pull
unconscious.
up. Altitude.
Okay, in the movie they also have to
Altitude.
do something like this.
Altitude.
They have to fly really fast, very
Altitude.
close. Oh, I
Altitude.
almost died.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. 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 Pull up. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Pull up.
And in the movie they also have to hit something like this.
Altitude. Pull up.
I'm not gonna be able to hit it.
Altitude. Altitude.
I didn't drop it. I guess I failed to drop it. Oh my god, so many G's.
Pull up.
G forces.
Altitude. Pull
Well,
up.
that's what they were trying to do in the movie.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
Okay, let's do the landing. Let's assume we're done.
Pull up.
I'm gonna land the aircraft
Altitude.
and then
Pull up.
finish.
Altitude.
Sorry. I was drinking a soda. Okay. Okay, I think
Over G.
the base was over there. So I'm gonna reduce the throttle a little bit. And there it is, the runway is over there. So let's start reducing the speed with our throttle. Okay, I think I'm going pretty fast. I'm not flying really straight towards it, so I think I'm gonna have a difficulty.
Altitude.
So I'm flying pretty low. So let's see if we can do it anyways.
Altitude.
This is over here.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Okay,
Altitude.
so you wanna...
Altitude. Altitude.
I'm not gonna be able to do it
Altitude.
perfectly, but I think I will
Altitude.
be able to do it.
Altitude. Altitude.
I'm gonna crash.
Over G.
Okay, we didn't die. And that's it. That's it for right now.